This video contains spoilers on the first 3 episodes of Season 2 of the Amazon Prime original series, The Boys. Viewers, please be warned, the spoilers are about to begin.
He's an actor.
He's an actor who didn't lie to my face every day.
Hands in the air, like you just don't care. Kill. Do it.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Right out of the gate, Starlight continues proving that she's easily manipulated. After lying to her repeatedly, spying on her, using her and exploiting her, Huey has the nerve to try and play victim, and Starlight buys into his bullshit hook, line, and sinker. She actually apologizes to him. And then Huey uses the old "I won't rest until you're safe" line, and Starlight looks smitten. So Huey is again playing Starlight like a fiddle. She's still doing his dirty work. Starlight plays A-Train to a stalemate in a game of blackmail, and she exposes Vought's involvement with Compound V. Meanwhile, Huey is listening to Billy Joel and he is pretending to stand up to Butcher. But despite his feeble efforts, Butcher re-seizes leadership of the boys, and despite his protests, Huey gets in line. Almost exactly the same way Starlight inexplicably gets in line for Huey. Starlight and Huey succeed in exposing Vought, and the conflict where Homelander demanded Starlight kill Huey remains unresolved. Kamiko's brother intervened before Starlight made her move to destroy Huey or go down fighting on his behalf. Gee, I wonder what she would have done.
I'm sorry. Huey, I'm not a sellout.
Oh, okay, cool. Congratulations. Oh, come on. Why do you care what I think?
Stormfront is the perfect counterpart to Starlight. Stormfront isn't afraid to speak her mind, and she follows the beat of her own drum. On the other hand, Starlight has never put up much of a fight for anything. Starlight was exploited by her own mother, who lived vicariously through her. She was exploited and violated by the Deep. She has allowed herself to be shamelessly exploited by Vought. And of course, she's allowed that punk Huey to shamelessly walk all over her too. Starlight confesses to Stormfront that she agrees with everything she's saying, making her case with hints of butt cheek hanging out of her skimpy costume. Simply put, Stormfront exudes many of the exact same characteristics that Starlight wishes she possessed. But Starlight was exposed for the weak person she's actually been. Starlight may have purer aspirations than Stormfront, but Stormfront is the one with the confidence that commands respect. Starlight largely lacks self-respect. She is easily coerced by others, and maybe now she is beginning to realize this. So the question of what Starlight will choose to do if Homelander ever forces the same ultimatum on her, the answer to that question would likely be her defining moment.
You snooze, you lose, Gramps.
So Stormfront stole Homelander's thunder, and not surprisingly, his story has been the most compelling thus far. Homelander is multitasking here, now realizing that he was long being exploited and tamed by Stillwell. He wants to ensure that never happens again. He helps implement Ashley into the top spot where he intends to control her. That backfired and propelled him into a showdown with Mr. Edgar, which incidentally was a terrific scene between two of my favorite actors currently in television. Homelander finds himself in a struggle over control, and early signs suggest Mr. Edgar is a worthy adversary. A worthy adversary whom one might suspect has a few aces up his sleeve, unbeknownst to Homelander. In addition to the power struggle, Homelander is trying to fill an empty void. He misses Stillwell, as evidenced by the creepy scene with her pumped milk. Homelander grabs himself some of her pumped milk, heats it up, sniffs it, tongues it, chugs it. Homelander's desire for family love no longer has an outlet through Stillwell. Fortunately, he has a son, and Homelander is none too happy that Becca is raising him like a total mama's boy wuss. Kid can't catch a baseball, he throws a fastball like an infectious disease expert, he's afraid to jump off the roof. But Homelander breaks through when he triggers his son's inner rage. This building father-son relationship is perhaps the most interesting thing happening in these first 3 episodes. And if I were a betting man, I think Homelander is shrewd enough to win his son over in a way that Vader never quite could with Luke.
Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
Son, we can do anything we want, and no one can stop us.
Homelander's attentions are divided. He was upstaged by Stormfront. He seems unsure how to deal with Mr. Edgar. And now for the first time, he showed a moment of weakness when he was briefly incapacitated by Kamiko's brother. The same dude who was easily neutralized by Stormfront, who in fact kicked ass against both Kamiko and her brother. This was the most ass-kicking we saw so far, with the exception of Black Noir, who tore through the supervillains in effortless fashion. But Homelander being briefly neutralized is a first. I still maintain that sooner or later, one of these lowlier soups is going to have a power that can harm Homelander. And perhaps this represents an early glimpse into how that might manifest. As far as the boys, aside from the interesting bits about Kamiko and what might be next for her, there wasn't much going on. Typical stuff from Frenchie. Double M remains the most sensible of the bunch. And the ongoing Huey Butcher tensions. The most compelling thing happening here is where does Butcher stand with Becca? That's one part of the gap that hasn't been filled yet. We know Homelander and Becca made some deal that Homelander would get to see his son if he allowed Butcher to live. Homelander doesn't seem the least bit interested in reigniting any type of bond with Becca. He just wants to influence the person his son will become. This maybe suggests that Becca still has affections for Butcher. Maybe so, maybe not. But it feels like there is something important from that missing gap that has not yet been revealed. Likewise, I don't think Maeve was referring to the plane rescue gone awry when she made some disturbing suggestions to Elena about Homelander. Didn't take Homelander very long to learn about Elena. Feels like this can be foreshadowing on 2 fronts. One, that sooner or later Homelander will leverage Maeve by threatening Elena's well-being, but also that there might be more missing gaps of unrevealed horrific acts committed by Homelander. Perhaps past misdeeds that also tie into the missing pieces of Homelander's dealings with Becca and Butcher at the conclusion of Season 1. As far as the Deep's redemption arc goes, it doesn't seem to be off to a very good start. Does he have any type of win coming up, or will it continue to be one big disaster after another? Poor Lucy. In conclusion, I thought that the season got off to a solid, fun start. Indeed, I believe it got off to an even better start here because we were already familiar with the characters and the world. And it appeared to me that they are taking a strong approach building on what was established during the first season. Looking forward to more. What did you think of the first 3 episodes of The Boys Season 2? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful night.
He's an actor.
He's an actor who didn't lie to my face every day.
Son, we can do anything we want, and no one can stop us.
I don't think I appreciate your tone, sir. Not much at all.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Ouch.
I'm sorry.
For God's sake, broken? Come on, look at him. There's not a scratch on him. You know why? Because he's my son.
And I don't appreciate that the FDA now knows about Compound V, or that it's only a matter of time before the public finds out.
Hands in the air, like you just don't care. Kill. Do it. He's mine.
Get your hands off of her!
Good boy. All right, did you get a good look at them, or?
Not really. I was too busy worrying about Lucy.
Right, Lucy.
You snooze, you lose, Gramps.